Hi, everybody. Did you know that you can find good advice for living in the craziest places? You might hear a song lyric or see something on TV or in a movie that you think, that's really profound in its own way. And the other day I came across the original Shrek movie and a particular scene in that movie, and I thought, that's really profound in its own funny little way. And if you've seen the movie, you'll probably recall this scene where Shrek and Donkey are crossing a bridge to a castle in order to save the princess. And this bridge they have to cross is over a chasm full of boiling lava. And Donkey is really scared. And he's trembling and saying, "Oh, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared." And Shrek tells him, "Don't look down. Keep your eyes on the castle, keep your eyes on the goal, keep your eyes on the horizon. Don't look down at the stuff that's scaring you. Look straight ahead and you'll make it across the bridge." I thought this is really a great image and a great metaphor to go back to. Now, I know sometimes we set ourselves on a course that turns out to be wrong for us, and we need to get off that road. So I'm not talking about sticking to your plan no matter what, or sticking to your plan against your better judgment, because sometimes life circumstances do change and our goals do change. But if you have a big goal for your life that you are committed to, you know there's going to be bumps along the road, and there are going to be obstacles and challenges to overcome. As you're crossing that bridge, there's going to be that pit of boiling lava down below that could scare you. And in those moments, it's important to keep your eyes on the prize, as the saying goes. Keep your eyes on the castle. Keep your eyes on the far side of the bridge. And for many of us in the academic world, that involves completing our degrees. Now, if you have set that as a goal and that goal is important to you, then you know there's going to be obstacles along the way. You might become ill. You might have financial problems. You might experience really deep personal loss. But if you still have this greater goal that you keep coming back to, then you will continue to pursue it in spite of delays or challenges that come up. You won't sit down in the middle of the road. You'll get up and keep going. And it's important to think of this analogy of crossing this bridge in those moments when you feel like, I just don't want to keep going, but I still want this big goal of mine. I'm just really struggling right now, right? And you're looking down at that boiling lava down below you and letting it discourage you. But if you have a big goal in mind and you know there are going to be bumps in the road along the way, you know there are going to be challenges, you know there are going to be difficulties, but you're still committed to that big goal and it's still what you want, then remember this metaphor of keeping your eyes on the prize. I had to remember this when I was in graduate school. I became very ill. I had to be hospitalized for a month. And I was recovering for many weeks after that from a really difficult illness. And so I lost a whole semester of school. And at the time, it seemed tragic. And it made me angry and sad, and it made me question whether I'd ever get where I was planning to go. But I decided I was determined and I pushed forward. And even though it did set me back, it contains some important life lessons on its own. And now I look back at it and it's in my rearview mirror, and I can take the lessons from it without having to suffer through the pain or the problems. So if you have a big goal, remember this metaphor, remember this image of trying not to look down too much at the things that are going to hinder you. Try not to sit down in the middle of the road. Try not to get caught up in focusing on the obstacles rather than the goal that's at the end of the road. I wish you a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.